Hello there, my name's Richard Hurstwood and I'm a multisensory trainer. What I want to do is just share an evening that we had with my family and my pal Phil's son at the Space Centre. The Space Centre in Preston, here in the north of England, is one of the best we've got. Now, it's fantastic for using for passive experience, sensory stimulation, and all the things you'd expect to go on in a multisensory room. However, this one is just a little bit different. Multisensory rooms and studios in the UK focus a lot on the distance senses: vision, hearing, touch, taste, smell. This place really looks at proprioception and vestibular, as well as the more commonly used senses. Now, Alison Shorrock, the occupational therapist, really works well in this space. Here she is, taking my daughter for a spin. This is a wonderful space. You can play with big balls, you can roll over the top of them, you can sing and dance with your favourite stars, you can even watch yourself on the video. For all children and adults without additional needs, or those with, this is a great safe space, wonderful place for taking risks and learning about risk taking. You can hang from great heights. Even I had to have a go on the slide. Here's Phil, Dad, and William, son, having a wonderful ball fight with the ultraviolet ball pool. So this is a great place for learning for children and adults at all different levels of ability. Recently, the Space Centre has had a refit. It's had some new audio-visual equipment in, air conditioning is making a big difference as well. This is now a tremendous place, and the main thing they can do now is control it. Vast amounts of lighting and sound inputs do require quite complex control. Most people using the Space Centre are not trained in control systems for sound and lighting, and something like a computer system can be very, very threatening to many people. So the Space Centre is now controlled by a fairly easy to use touch system. Here's Alison giving us a run through the control of the sound and the lighting, and as you can see, there are massive amounts of inputs that could go into this because, to be quite frank, there is vast amounts of lighting and sound that is used in this place. However, it's all controlled by touch, and it asks you very simple questions. Do you want the lights to change colour? Where do you want the sound to come from? And things like that. So it's relatively easy to control. One of the biggest changes at the Space Centre is the new video system. Here we're putting a screen down so you can just watch it 6 foot tall. However, if you like, you can just get into your nice chair, swing around a bit and just take it easy whilst the waves just lap at your feet. What do I mean? Have a look at this. So there it is, the Space Centre, Preston. Great place.